I'm going to record the session. In generally, whenever you're facing of an interview, indirectly
Yeah.
what they ask that. See,
Sir?
first, yeah, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Right. In generally, when you are facing of an interview, first of all, they're asking about of the business process. That means, which we can say that end to end implementation. First, most probably, they're asking about of the end-to-end implementation. And the second thing is business process solution, which is called as an BPP, or else which we can say that business process, business process. And in this business process, being as a, in this business process, being as a MM consultant, what would be your work roles and responsibilities will be there? Why? Because most of the time we are going for the SAP freshers with the domain experience. That's why most probably they're asking
Yeah.
about the what is the roles of the MM consultant when you are working. So here the major thing, first thing is we have to set that everybody is explaining the from the MM enterprise structure, customer master, material master, vendor master. But whenever the interviewer is asking about the business process, don't tell about of all these things. You just straight away give the answer. Being as an MM consultant, what is our general works has to be in the sense of in the
Yeah.
situation, whatever the sales department, whatever the sales department is getting the sales orders, if the sales department getting the sales orders, at that time in our warehouse, in our warehouse, there was a requisition will be generated. There was a requisition will be generated. And against of that requisition, being as an MM consultant, being as an MM consultant, I need to generate the purchase order to the vendor, and against of that purchase order, there should be a GR will be there, and even if some of the situation there was an IR also will be there. That means in general business process, whenever the sales department requiring of any material in the warehouse, if the stock is not available, in the situation there was a requisition has been generated, and being as an MM consultant, we need to fulfill that requisition by using the purchase order and as well as the goods receipt, and after that invoice receipt. But when making of this PO and the GR and IR, there was a different types of the situations will be there. There was a number of the situations will be there. In that situations, in that situation part of view, initially there was a different types of the purchases will be there. Different types of the purchases will be there. Let's take as a third party purchase order, third party, and as well as internal transfer of the purchase, internal transfer, and as well as
That is plant to plant or like that, sir?
that's what internal order,
Internal transfer.
internal transfer in the sense of in one plant we are having some X material, but in another plant
Yeah, yeah.
we are not having that material. But whatever the
Yeah.
material which is not available, for that we require the material. In that situation, we
Yeah.
are making the internal transfer from one plant to another.
Try stock transport order.
Yes, STO, which we are saying that stock transfers of order. Okay, and as well as purchase when during of the PO, whether the purchase is third party purchase order or else it is an internal transfer or else it is a consignment order or else it is in a consignment order or a number of the different orders will be there. Depends upon the
Direct,
client
indirect.
requirement. Depends upon the client requirement. We are making those of the orders against of that requisition. And whenever the purchase order has been generated, the purchase order has been generated against of the purchase requisition, we need to receive the GR, goods receipt. But in between of this purchase order, in between of the goods receipt, maybe there was a
Order approval.
quotations will be there, and
That
as
is
well as
before purchase order, no sir?
what is, what is
That is before purchase order, quotation and RFQ will come.
RFQ will be comes into the in before of the purchase. That's
Before
what.
purchase.
See, quotations are in before of PO. Okay,
Yeah.
and after generating of the PO, maybe is there any contracts will be there? Maybe if there is any contracts will be there. That means you have made a purchase order for me, boss, for the quantity of the 10 lakhs. And what I am saying that, okay, boss, Mr. Prashant, you have made a purchase order for the 10 lakhs rupees for me. Okay, I need to manufacture the product from my side. But whenever I have manufactured the product, after that you are saying that I don't want that material. It will be the best for me. In that situation, what we have to do. So in that situation type, whenever that situation will become, instead of making the troubles, what we are doing that we are going to make the contracts in between of the company and as well as the vendor. Company and as well as the vendor will be there. That's what we are calling as a contracts also will be there. In before of the purchase order confirmation, there was a quotation will be there. And after confirmation of the purchase order in before of the GR, in before of the GR, there was a contracts will be there. There was a contracts will be there. How much of the quantity you want and how much of the value of the product, and even in between of this date to this date, I can make a purchase of this much of the quantity, this much of the value of the material, and all these things can be discussed in between of PO and as well as the GR. And even in during of the consignment order, or else it will be the STO, special product STO orders, or else outline agreements also will be there in the contracts, which we are calling as an outline agreements also will be there. And even,
Schedule agreements.
yes, schedule lines, outline agreements also will be there. And even when during of all these things, when during of all these things, what would be the account determinations? Why? Because this account determinations which we are discussing about this one is whenever whenever we are making the purchase order to the vendor, what will be happens? In the back end of the FI module, there was one transaction was generated. There was one transaction was generated. What is the transaction is? For the purchases, this order has been generated and this much value of the stocks has to become. This much of the stocks has to be come. And even in the situation of the account determination, that means after the PO and the GR we need to make the integration with the WH and as well as the F. In FI, generally which we are calling as an account determination. What was an account determination in the sense of simple? It is used to account determination. It is used to determine determine GL accounts automatically. It is used to GL accounts post automatically post the material values at material values at ZR and GL accounts. When during of a GR, wow, it will be comes into the GL accounts will be called as an account determination. And in generally, in MM we are having the two types of the determinations. One is the determination with wizard, account determination without wizard. There was a two types of determination which is there. One is the account determination with wizard, account determination without wizard.
Without it.
Both of the things will be there. But in the both of the things, the main one is the in the both of the things, the main one will be the chart of accounts. What is the chart of accounts in the sense of whatever,
List of GLs.
yes, whatever the company code having where all the general ledgers and all the general ledger list can be maintained in a chart of accounts, and one company code should have the one chart of accounts should be the mandatory. That's why by defaultly the system itself which consists of the chart of accounts of the INT. The system itself can consist of the chart of accounts of the INT, and most of the time we are taking the company code of 1000 or 0001 for the practice purpose. And here in this company code, if I am having the multiple of the plans, if I am having the multiple of the plans, let's see, plans, in the plans, I am having the plant 1, plant 2, and plant 3, and plant 3. And again, in the same chart of accounts of the INT, in the same chart of accounts of the INT, I can have the another company code. Another company code is there. And even there was another different plans out there, 4 and 5. And as well as when you are going to like this, see, by the plant of the 1 plus 3 plus 5. 1 plus 3 plus 5. This is called as a one valuation group. One valuation group. That means whenever one plant will be there, that plant is called as an evaluation class, and even those plants can be combined in together is called as an evaluation group. Valuation class is nothing but like a type of the material, and valuation area is nothing but like a plant, and as well as valuation group is nothing but like a combination of the plants. Combination of plants. So here, as we said that the 1, 3, 5, this is in one group, and as well as I am taking the 2, 4, 2, 4, and 5. This is another group. That means under one valuation group we can have a multiple of valuation areas, and as well as a multiple of valuation classes, and this can be defined by the valuation class. That means when I'm manufacturing one material by the group of 1 plus 3 plus 5, by the group of 1 plus 3 plus 5, by the group of 1 plus 3 plus
But
5.
they belongs to different company code, na, sir.
No, 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 which you see here. It was a multiple of the plants which I have taken here. Multiple
Yeah,
of the,
company code is different, na, sir. Like
yeah,
1 and 3 are of company code 1000,
yes,
and 5 is of 2000.
yes.
So different company code plant also we can group.
Yeah, that's what exactly. What I'm saying, that's what. That is the main purpose of the account determination. What will be happens here is one group of the company can have a multiple of the company codes. Say for example, let's take the CIPLA groups, right? Under that, we are having the CIPLA formats and as well as CIPLA some chemicals. Okay, for the both of the company codes are there. For the both of the company codes, the chart of accounts is the same. The chart of accounts is the same, and as well as they are having the manufacturing units by the combination of both of the company codes. The company code 1 is consists of the 1, 2, 3. The company code 2 is consists of the 4 and 5. The company code 2 is consists of the 4 and 5.
400.
4 and 5. So in the situation, what will happen is one packing material is there for the chemicals and as well as the pharmas. For the both of the chemicals and the pharmas, that means company code 1, company code 2, the packing material will be manufactured in the plant 1 and the plant 3 and even by the plant 5 also. So in the situation also we can make the account determination here. That was the main process here, account determination without of the wizard. Why? Because if you can take in as a with wizard, automatically that system it will take the one single thing. But if you can take in a multiple of the things, it will be something different. In the situation we have to go for like this. And even I am sending one picture about of this one. One example of the picture which I am sending to your WhatsApp ID. You just forward it.
Oh,
See there. This was a without wizard, which I am explaining here. Prashant, you just check your WhatsApp. Just now I have forwarded it.
yes, sir. Just checking.
Check it. Check it. You can. There was one picture which I have sent it to you.
Yes, I know.
Right? Just open there. There it will be showing that account determination without wizard by the chart of accounts of the INT for two company codes.
Without visa.
Without wizard.
Yeah.
See, without wizard, chart of accounts INT1, INT1. For the both of the chart of for both of the company codes, same chart of accounts will be there. And for the company code of the
Yes.
100 and company code of the 2000, right? And the plant
Yeah.
100, plant double one
Mm.
double zero, plant 1200.
But grouping is same.
That's what.
Valuation grouping code is same.
Valuation grouping code is the 0001. That
Okay.
means whenever we are taking the multiple of valuation areas from the multiple of the company codes also, we can make the group of that one. Correct?
Okay.
Right. And most probably in the account determination, they are asking the first thing will be the this one. And even if you can see another graph in the down there, which I given material X, material ROH, valuation class of the 3000, 3001.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that for the material X, if you can see here, material X, and that material type
Mm.
is ROH, and the material class is 3000. That was the standard one in SAP.
Yeah.
That means what I am saying that if the material is X and the material type is ROH and the valuation class is 3000, it
Three
has
people.
to be comes into the GL account of so and so. GL account of some X. Basically, the GL account should be always in the asset side. Always in the asset side it will be the use. Okay. And most of the time, you are having the a number of account modifiers also will be there. That means I will let you type here. In the GBB, you are having a number of valuation modifiers. What
Mm.
was the GBB in the sense of? It was a goods received. See, account modifiers. Account modifiers of GBB for the transaction value of the GBB. What
G.
could be the account modifications will be there? Account modifiers will be there in the The first one, BSA. BSA. So what it was? BSA in the sense of initial entry of the stock balances. Initial entry. Initial entry of stock portfolios. Even,
For 561 movement types, no, sir.
yeah, it is for the 561. It is for the 561. And the second one is INV. INV is most of the time for the movement types which we are using for the 701 and the 702 up to the 706. Up to 706. All these things are which is using for the INV and as well as VAX. VAX is the movement type for the 231 and as well as VAY. VAY is used for the movement type of the 251 and as well as VBO. VBO is used for the 543. 543. All these are the movement types and as well as VBR. VBR is used for the QNAT 1. VBR is for the QNAT 1. That means which we can say that
Goods receipt.
internal goods issue.
Oh.
Internal goods issue like cost center wise,
Goods issue. That's what.
mm,
That's what, sir.
cost
Goods issue.
center wise, production order, and the project systems, and all the other things. That is the QNAT 1.
543 is for subcontracting, sir.
Yes, that's what exactly. And now VKA. After the VBR, we can have the VKA. It is for the 101. It is for the 101. Mostly, do you have the idea about of the 101?
Sir,
Do you have any idea about of the 101? What is the 101 movement type?
that is for goods receipt, no, sir.
That is for
Not what? Goods receipt.
goods receipt
Receipt of goods.
with
Receipt of goods. Well, we receive the goods from the vendor. We use the movement type 101.
see, I will let you show the video. PO, purchase order, PO, with the reference to PO with reference to sales order. PO with reference to sales order and as well as and ZIA goods receipt with the reference to PO. Both of the things will be there. One is the PO with reference to sales order. That means as which we discussed in the starting. The purchase order has been generated with the requisition of the sales order. Either we can use for that one also and as well as the goods receipt with reference to the purchase order also.
Yeah.
For the both of the things we can use the same thing. And as well as the next one will be the I think so VNG. That was a VNG. VNG is for the it's a continuation from 551 to 556. Have you any idea about this one?
No, sir.
Goods issue for scrap. Goods issue to the scrap, that was it.
Scrap.
Yes. And the next one is the ZOB. ZOB. In general, which you are using is fine one for this one. And as well as, and the last one, most probably which we are using is ZOF. ZOF is for the 521 and as well as 531. 521 and as well as the 531. So we have an idea about of what is this 521 and 531?
No, sir.
No? Production order. That means goods received, goods received
Next production order.
without production order. Without production order. That means when during of the third party, na, what we are doing is we are
Yes.
purchasing the material and we are sending the material to the sales to the customer. There is no production order
Yes, sir.
with it. At the time we are using this one.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
all these things which we are generally using for the GBB. All these things which we are
Okay,
generally
sir.
using for the GBB. And even,
For
yeah, tell me, Prashant.
no, is it for GBP only account modifier will come or any other transaction key also it will comes?
That's what next what I am going to discuss about that one. The next one will be the account modifiers for the PRD. This is only for the GBP. And the next
Okay.
I am going to discuss about of the account modifiers for PRD.
PRD. Price difference.
Yes, these are the main things in MM. Price difference. The first one here it is a name uh, PRF. For the price difference it was in the first one is the PRF. So what is the PRF in the sense of GR against of the production order and order settlement. This was the source central process most probably. CO people will do that in the internal order settlement. GR against GR against production order, GR against production order and settlement of production. And even another thing will be there. The important thing is the second one here it is, including with the PRF. PRA. What is the PRA? There is a PRA in the sense of for goods issue and other movement types. This is only for the goods issue. That means the price difference in between of the one is the production order settlement and the GR against production, and the second one is in a when during of a goods issue. That was in a PRA. And another one which we are having here is including with PRA and having one more it was that is the third one which we are calling as a PRU. PRU for transfer of posting, stock transfer, for the stock transfer. So most probably for the PRDs which we are using this one, and instead of this, in generally nobody is not that one more is there. That was the none, none. That means if you're not giving anything, that is for the for GR, IR, against of PO. In generally, which we are calling this as a movement type of 101. 101. So, one of the things are the for the GR, GBP, and another one is for the PRD. So, all these things in generally which we are using in the account determination with the FI. And including with this one, another one is which is required. That was called as a KOL. Have you heard of any time about this one? KOL.
Is it for production order, sir?
Now it wasn't for the account modifiers. Let's see.
Oh,
This is also account modifiers. Account modifiers for KON. The GBP is for the goods and the PRD is for the
yeah.
difference
Price difference.
and the KON is for the what it was
KOM.
KON. Just now you said that's one.
Production order.
That is for the production end. That means it will be comes for the PP. That means since
So
it,
other one thing, if for PRD,
hmm,
so we define raw material as moving average price,
yes,
right, no, sir?
yeah, you can.
For that, PRD will come.
PRD is completely useful for the price differences now in the moving and average price.
Uh,
In the moving and average price, we are giving the one is the what is the moving price. That means when we are placing the order, what is the price, and in the
yeah,
standard price, what is the standard price of that material, and as well as and the second one is then what is the purchase price. But in between of these two now, there was a tolerance will be there.
yeah.
Tolerance group for the purchase orders.
But for raw material and all, we are taking moving average price, no, sir?
Yes, for the
So PRD does not come, no?
PRD does not comes for the ROH. PRD is only
Yeah,
comes for the FERT. GBB is always for the production and the purchases, and as well as all the
yeah,
PRD will be comes for the FERT. FERT in the sense of
yeah.
finishing goods. That means the valuation class of the
That's what.
7920, the fixed one.
Yeah.
The GBB is for the 3000, and the account modification for the PRD is in a 7920.
So,
And now we are going for the KYN. Here in the
yeah.
KYN we are having only two. The first one is the PIP. The first one is the PIP. Most probably these are things. These are the things which can be used by the PP people. PIP in the sense of pipeline.
Pipeline materials.
Pipeline liabilities. Pipeline liabilities.
Yeah.
Pipeline liabilities. And another one is none. Another one is none. This was for the consignment liabilities. This one is the consignment liabilities. Okay. So in generally, regularly, when you are facing of an interview, they are asking about of the most of the time by the modifiers for these of the things. Modifiers. And next, whenever you're during of the any account determination, when during of the any account determination, when during of the ZR or IR or anything, what would be the posting keys will be? That means which we can say that posting keys will be there. In this posting keys, generally the postings are two types of the postings will be there. One is the debit posting and the second one is the credit posting. For the debit posting, what it was? 89.
So,
And as well as for the credit posting, most of the time it was in a 99. So first of all, maximum of time you have to check out with the these of the posting keys whenever you are working. And I am just now forwarding another picture for your discussion regarding about of the one test scenario which we have worked already, right? Just now I am forwarding this
okay.
one. There was a test scenario. That means when we are working in the real time, that was in a testing gallery which was just, yeah. Example 1, example 2. There was two test scenarios which I have forwarded, and even I am forwarding another test scenario also with the 3 and 4. With the 3 and 4, you can easily identify those and you can easily understand things. Example of 3 and 4, then 1, 2, 3, 4. I have forwarded the 4, and I have given the all the explanation. What was the difference in between of the example 1, 2, 3, 4, and even when you are facing of an interview, which type of the questions Which type of the questions will be generating by through this? Which type of the questions you can got it from here? You are getting my pictures now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So whatever and however it will happens, everything by step, everything has been mentioned here. I have given the scenarios for yours. Have you received question?
Yes, sir. 3 files I have received.
Yes. And one more will also will be coming. And another one is the main topic in the part of view is the pricing. Basically, the cost of the goods will be comes from the um, MM, and that for that cost, it will be going to send the material for the customer is coming from the SD. Let's say
Yeah.
I have sent it a one more, which is the standard pricing procedure. Which was the standard pricing procedure which we are having in a these things. This is also one important. And when during of even the system is consist of those of the pricing procedure, but here which we need to know about of the some of the basic things about of the pricing procedure. That means if the client is asking that what is the purpose of the pricing procedure? Simple. I will give the some simple definitions about of this one. Simple definitions for the about of the pricing. I will give us some simple definitions about of the pricing. The first one is what do you mean by the pricing procedure? So simply we can say that uh, use it to calculate material price, use it to calculate input material price, use it to calculate input material price with systematic systematic arrangement of with the systematic arrangement of condition types. Condition types. That's what we are calling as a pricing list. That means, and whenever we want to calculate the price of the material, whatever we have received, for that with a systematic way, whatever the conditions which was satisfying here, and everything can be handled by the pricing procedure. And again, whatever I have sent it the one chart yours, and the second step will be the gross price. Gross price. So what do you mean by the gross price? In the sense of basic, it was called as a name, basic price, gross price in the sense of basic price, exclusive of, exclusive of surcharges and
Discounts.
yeah, surcharges,
Discounts.
discount, and as well as the delivery cost,
Tax.
as well as the delivery cost, and is called as a gross price. And the next thing which we have to know that net price, what would be the gross price, and as well as the what is the net price. Basic price or gross price inclusive of surcharges. The gross price is an exclusive of the others, and it was an inclusive of. What is the inclusive of and what is the exclusive of. And the next one will be the effective price. What was the name? Effective price. That means net price. It is a net price inclusive of net price inclusive of
Discount.
missed allowances, miscellaneous allowances, and also cash discounts. Depends upon the terms and conditions. There was a cash discount will be there. Even those things also will be considered onto here within the effective price. And even we need to know about of the condition type. What is that condition type? Condition type, simply we can say that represents pricing elements, represent price elements such as GP, that means goods price, and DC, and the delivery cost, delivery cost, as well as surcharges, surcharges, and taxes, and as well as the taxes. All of these things which was taken from the condition groups. And the next thing which we have to discuss about of the access sequence.
Sequence.
So what do you mean by a access sequence in the sense of it is a set of strategy. It is a set of strategy and it will set the and it will search the condition records and it will search the condition records of a condition table or a condition type, right? Or table. It is from the either from the condition table or from the condition type. And even next we have to go for the condition technique. What is the name? Condition technique. What exactly by the condition technique in the sense of it is used to determine determine the purchase price, determine the purchase price, determine the purchase price, determine the purchase price by a systematic. Yes, the word is by a by a systematic by a systematic consideration of by a systematic consideration of pricing elements by a systematic condition of pricing elements. And here there was a different types of the price determinations is there. One is the time dependent, another one is the another one. Condition type, condition table, access sequence, and calculation of the schema. And all these things which comes under into the pricing procedure. And even here if we can see a condition types in the pricing procedure there was a multiple of the condition types will be there. Multiple of the condition types will be. There first you can get the A001. What it was? It was for the rebate. A001 for the rebate. A002. A002 is for the material rebate. That means the conditions has to be satisfied by the material wise. And as well as FRA1 and as well as FRA1. This FRA1 is called as a price. And as well as FRB1. FRB1. FRB1 is for the
Right value.
yeah, right. Flight value. Flight value. And as well as FRC1. FRC1. FNQ. That means freight and quantity, which you can call as freight and quantity, and as well as GRWR. We have a GRWR, which we can call as a statistical value. GRWR is for the statistical value, and HP double zero. This HP double zero is for the surcharges, right? Surcharges, or else we can say that header surcharges, header surcharges. And after the HP double zero, HP 01. HP 01 is for the header discount value, header discount value, and as well as MP01, MP01. MP01 is for the market price. That means when we are making the comparison, we need to go for the MP01. And as well as MWST. MWST. Everyone is know that this is for the tax. And the next one is the MWVS. MWVS.
Yes.
Mandatory input. Mandatory input tax. That means without failing of that condition, it should be there. That was an MWVS. And as well as NAVM. NAVM. What is an NAVM in the sense of which we can call as a non-deductible tax. NAVM is a non-deductible tax. And as well as NAVS. NAVS. So the NAVS is used for NAVM is for the non-deductible. Even this is also the non-deductible tax. Both are the same. Non-deductible tax. And as well as P101. Value price from supplying client. Value price supplying client. And the next one is the PB00. Next one is the PB00. Grass price. PB00. Generally we know this PB00, MWC and everything. But most of the time we don't know other things. PBXX. PBXX. Grass price manual. Grass price manual.
Man.
Grass price is the automation. Automatic and the manual. Grass price with the manual. And the next we can go is RA00. RA00. So what is the RA00 in the sense of discount on net?
Discount.
Discount on net. And as well as RA01. Discount on grass. Discount on grass. And as well as
Grass.
RB00. RB00. Discount for the quantity. Quantity discount, which we are calling again RB00. And as well as RC00. That is for the something is missing. RC00 is for the cross discount. Quantity discounts. And RP00 is for the discount amount. Discount value. And as well as SKT0. SKT go. This is for the cash discounts by payment terms. Cash discounts by
Man.
payment terms. SKT0. Another one which we require is JA00. Surcharge on net. surcharge on net. ZA01, surcharge on grass. ZB00, ZB00, normal surcharge value. ZC00, ZC00, that was on the surcharge on quantity, surcharge on quantity. And Z0A1, Z0A1,
Yeah.
yeah, this is mine. Customs, this is for the customs, this is for the customs. And one more thing is customs by percentage wise of ZA01 and Z0B1, customs by value, customs tax by the percentage wise, customs tax by the value, and one other one is Z0C1, customs by the quantity, customs by the quantity. So in generally we are having all these things when during of the pricing system. And here,
The SIN details also come, sir.
yeah, it was covered now.
Like excise.
Excise will be, excise has been given now. See, customs by value, quantity, and
Okay.
dumping, and as well as input taxes. See, and everything has been covered in this pricing procedure. And after this pricing procedure, in general, we have to discuss about of the condition table, access sequence, condition type, pricing procedure, and assign the schema for the schema groups. By using that schema groups, maintain the condition records for the MEK1. So as like that, we need to go for the all the procedure of the pricing. And here also, when during of this pricing, we need to make a discussion about of the taxes, whether it is the customs or whether it is the excise or whether it is the TDS or any freight has been paid, or any freight has been paid. How much of the freight will be there, and everything will be considered to this SIN on and with SG. So is it clear, Prashant?
Yes, sir.
And Prashant, do you have the office on tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Actually,
Why, sir? Yes,
tomorrow
sir.
evening by 4 o'clock, here I am taking one session, which are some employees are
Yes,
coming
sir.
today from other company.
Okay.
And tomorrow I am going
Sure.
to discuss about of the SIM by 4 to 6 or 6:30 p.m.
Okay, no problem, sir. I'll attend.
You can,
Yeah.
that will be great. So tomorrow evening by in between of 4 to 4:15 we will start, and it will be takes up to
Okay.
the, I don't know, 6:15 or 6:30. Minimum of the 1.5 hour it will be takes.
Yeah, no problem, sir.
Okay. So tomorrow afternoon, sorry, tomorrow evening by 6 o'clock, we will continue the session with the SIM. Okay,
Okay, sir. Like
4:15.
4 o'clock, no, sir?
Yeah, in between of 4 to
Yeah.
4:15 we will send. Right, Prashant?
Okay, sir.
Have a
Sir,
nice
yeah.
nice
Sir,
session.
can you send me the questions, sir? Other questions like what will be the interview?
Shall I send the pics as like that, which I have sent it through the
Yeah,
WhatsApp?
it's okay, sir. No issue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Within a couple of seconds I will. Done. No problem. Right, Prashant?
Okay.
Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Good night.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.